Alexa, have you just started caching files for your flash briefing feature in the US?
Yes, it would seem that I'm doing that now.
And why would you be doing that?
Amazon are applying loudness correction, so people don't get their ears blown off my flash briefings at the wrong volume level.
And will that break anything?
It will break dynamic content, including advertising, and it will hide statistics from podcast hosts.
Is this a good thing?
You tell me.
Anchor's listener support is now natively supported in podcast apps, the company has just announced. Support on Anchor buttons are now visible in versions of Breaker and Radio Public, with support from Castro and Podcast Addict promised shortly. Podnews also already supports Anchor's listener support links. Anchor is also marking up these links using the rel equals payment pattern, so they'll be visible in a future release of Overcast. Communities are difficult. My Favourite Murders official Facebook group, which had many thousands of members, has been suspended after a series of apparent missteps from the podcast hosts and group moderators. After prolonged criticism from fans about a T-shirt design, the suspension notice from the hosts seeks a solution to all the negativity. Spend £10 now or spend time in prison later. Keep It Legal is a new book on UK law for podcasting, radio and social media. It's available on Amazon UK and for Kindle. If you follow the link from podnews.net, you'll help us, so thank you. In an opinion piece, Dan Meisner recommends using just one link to your podcast, like podnews.net/listen, which will open an excellent podcast in Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, or a web page, depending on what you're using.